There we go.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here for a reason, and that reason is to teach you about the Islamic faith today. Okay. I bet you, if I ask you a question about Islamic faith, 90% of you will not have an answer. The most you guys probably will be able to give is that they're hostile or terrorists. That's the best anyone can give right now. That's only because of the 9/11 attacks. Qardawi, in his article called Islamic Faith, said that more people are becoming less and less educated about the Muslims around them. Not just Muslims, all other religions as well. Well, today I'm going to talk about the pilgrimage to Mecca, which is similar to getting baptized or the day that Jesus was born for Christians. First, I will tell you about a little history on Mecca. Secondly, I will tell you about why Mecca is important to Muslims. And finally, I will tell you about what they actually do during the pilgrimage to Mecca. Let me start on the history of Mecca. Basically, Mecca was founded by Muhammad. And Muhammad was the one who started Islam. And that's basically the roots of the Islamic faith. According to Dr. Mazid Ullah, from his article called Mecca, he states that Mecca was not only founded by Muhammad. It was founded by Adam thousands of years before even Muhammad took over. Adam had then passed it over to Abraham and Ishmael to take care of Mecca. And once it was handed over to them, they didn't really maintain it or take care of it. So it wasn't really in the picture during that time. So during the 4th century, Muhammad and his tribe called the Quraysh went back to Mecca and took over from the Yemeni tribe, which were staying there. And that's when Muhammad decided to start the Islamic faith. Speaking of that, for example, let's say Christianity started over here in this particular building. Don't you think thousands of people would want to come and see this daily? Same concept goes to Mecca. About 2.5 billion people go there yearly just to visit Mecca. And it's not just for Muslims. Other races go there as well. Which brings me to my second thought about why Mecca is important to so many Muslims. I say many Muslims because not all Muslims out there believe in their own faith. Some are Christians and some don't believe at all. So, basically, Mecca obviously is the starting point for all Muslims, and this is where they pay their respects to, basically, that's their church, which is called a mosque. If I were to pray to Mecca right now, I'm a Muslim today, just so you know. If I were to pray to Mecca today, and let's say, for example, Mecca was towards the east, I would spread a little sheet down here, and I would face myself that way, and pay my respects and pray towards Mecca. That would be the thing to do for me, and that I will have to do 5 times a day as a Muslim. And nowadays, Muslims have changed through time, and it's not as easy as it sounds for a Muslim to just get down in public and pray towards Mecca. So that's why they do it once a day at 6 o'clock, usually at the mosques. Also, every Muslim is required to go to Mecca at least once in their lifetime. For example, for Christians, you guys need to get baptized. Most of you are probably baptized, if you know. Most of you will know about that too. Same thing with Muslims. They have to go at least once in their lifetime. And if they can't, the best thing they can do is pay their respects, as just like demonstrated, facing towards Mecca and praying 5 times a day and being a loyal Muslim as they want you to be. Also, no matter how old you are, you can go to Mecca regardless. Even if you're 70 years old and you want to go, you'll go because that's the main goal main life goal that a Muslim would have. I have a cousin sister who's Muslim. The dad is Muslim, and so they believe in Muslim faith. And right now, they're actually planning to go to Mecca for their pilgrimage and fulfill their requirements, or so to speak, of norms. Which brings me to my third and final point about what they do during the pilgrimage to Mecca. There are certain steps that you need to take. As I was reading in this article by Jonathan about Christian faith, he mentions that Christians, before getting baptized, they follow certain steps before they do get baptized. They see if they're faithful, or they see if they've been regular church goer or something like that. They see if their parents have been, attending church as well. So they follow that, and then they baptize, with water. Almost the same thing with Muslims. I said they have to do certain things in order to do that. They cannot shave. They cannot cut their nails. They cannot slaughter animals, for example, chicken, sheep, or anything before they go out there. You can eat meat, but they would have to purchase it from the store. They cannot wear clothing with stitches on it. So, for example, this is what I'm wearing today. Very similar to this is what they're going to be wearing. It's going to be white, except without stitching or any designs on it either. For ladies, once they go to Mecca, they cannot keep their veils on. Even if their home country requires them to wear it, they cannot put it on. They have to be without it. So basically, once they get to Mecca, they have showers out there right before you enter. So you have to take a shower. And you cannot use scented soap. If you do, then you will not be able to enter it. So either you rinse yourself off or buy a soap that's not scented at all. So after that's done, you go inside the Mecca, as in the slide. As you can see, they all enter from that side right there and get in. Everything you see out there, they're all people. And these were the 3 temples I'm telling you about that Muhammad, and that one right there is called the Masjid al-Haram, which is the main temple out there. This right here is called the Kaaba. It's where the main stone is. It's a black stone, which is pretty big, and that's a focal point for the Islamic faith. And everyone really wants to go see that and at least touch it once in their lifetime. So basically, after they enter, they go in there, they go around the Kaaba basically 7 times. So each time around is a mile. That's 7 miles in total. And it's kind of dangerous as well because some people just fall down and people don't wait for them. They step over you. Some people have died. Many people have died, in fact. So after they do the 7 rounds, they go, if possible, if you can make your way through, go touch the stone and go out to the pillars. There are pillars on the far side of Mecca where pillars stand up from the ground pretty high up, and they buy stones for them. So they buy stones and throw stones at them, symbolizing that the pillars are demons. So they throw stones to keep them away from people, basically. Same thing with Christianity, like you guys use holy water, to keep demons away and stuff like that. So that's what they do there. So after they're done with that, they all go out of Mecca and they have a huge celebration called Eid al-Adha, where they slaughter an animal, like cow, sheep, chicken, and they give it out to the poor, as they believe that poor people will give them blessings for feeding them. Next slide, please. So that's a closer look of the Kaaba, and that's where the stone is housed in. So basically, I would like to say that I talked about a little history of Mecca, why Mecca is important, and what Muslims do during their pilgrimage. And this should give you a better understanding of why Islamic faith is not as different as everyone else. They have their own beliefs and own sets of faith. So we shouldn't really look down upon every single other religion. Thanks.